This will be for the con exercise, area and circumference of circles challenge. So just some notes before we begin. The formula for circumference, which is the distance around the circle, the circumference C equals 2 times pi times r, or you can say pi times d. So r represents the radius, d represents the diameter, and pi is approximately 3.14. So right here are the two formulas for circumference. And the formula for the area of a circle represented by the letter A, that equals pi times r squared. So again, pi is 3.14 and r is just the radius. Okay, it says a python curls up to touch the tip of its own tail with its nose, forming the shape of a circle. The python is 2.6 pi meters long. Okay, so since the python curls up and forms the shape of a circle, we can draw a rough sketch of that. I'll just draw a circle. I'm not going to draw a python. All right. And it says the python is 2.6 pi meters long. So if this is the python here, the distance around this entire circle, distance around is going to be 2.6 pi meters. All right. So basically distance around equals circumference. So this right here is the circumference C. Now we said at the beginning the formulas for circumference, that equals 2 times pi times r, or it equals pi times d. Okay, same thing. Now they're asking us what is the radius r of the circle that the python forms. Since we're looking for the radius r, we need this formula, not this one. All right, they said in the write-up the circumference is 2.6 pi. So I plug that in place of C, and that equals 2 times pi times r. Okay, these terms are each multiplied by each other. And in order to solve for r, the opposite of times pi is divided by pi. The opposite of times 2 is divided by 2. So instead of r times 2 pi, we're dividing by 2 pi, and you want to do that to both sides. Okay, on the right-hand side, 2 pi over 2 pi cancels. On the left-hand side, pi over pi cancels, and 2.6 divided by 2 is just going to equal 1.3. All right, the units were originally in meters, so this answer is also going to be in meters. But they have the m already written, so you just need to enter 1.3 in the box. Okay, a baker uses a coffee mug with a diameter of 8 centimeters to cut out circular cookies from a big sheet of cookie dough. What is the area A of each cookie? Give your answer in terms of pi. So whenever it says give your answer in terms of pi, basically you want to leave pi alone. All right, leave pi alone. You just don't multiply it through. So they said the coffee mug used to make the cookie has a diameter of 8 centimeters. So the diameter is 8, and we know that radius is half of diameter. So that's going to be half times 8, or just 4. The radius equals 4. Now, why did I do that? Because they want us to find the area of each cookie. And the formula for area of a circle is pi times r squared. All right, and the answer has to be in terms of pi. So we leave pi alone. I'm going to put pi, and that's times r squared or 4 squared. Okay, and that's going to be pi. 4 squared is 16. And pi times 16, you usually put the number first followed by pi. So pi times 16 is just 16 pi. All right, and the units were in centimeters, but when we squared r, the centimeters got squared, so that's going to be centimeters squared. Okay, but they already wrote that, so it's just 16 pi in the box. So click in the box and type 16 pi, and when you type pi, it will give you the pi symbol. Or you can click the pi symbol from the drop-down menu, but 16 pi is 16 times pi. An artist is creating a large butterfly sculpture outside a museum. There is a circular dot on each wing made out of a metal ring. The distance around each dot is 24 pi inches. The artist plans to fill the inside of each dot with blue-colored glass. What is the area of the blue glass will be needed to fill each butterfly dot? Give your answer in terms of pi. All right, lengthy write-up, but it doesn't really matter. It says the distance around each dot is 24 pi. We know that distance around is circumference. So this 24 pi is the circumference, C. All right, so I am going to let C equal 24 pi, which is basically 24 times pi. And they want us to find the area of the blue grass for each dot. So each dot, the circumference is this, and we need the area of each dot. So let's see, if we take our area formula, that's just pi r squared. So in order to find area, we need the radius. So we can obtain that from this right here. We know that circumference equals 2 pi r, and it also equals pi times d. Okay, but we need the radius r for the area, so I'm not going to worry about pi times d. So circumference is 2 pi r. And they gave it to us in the problem that the circumference is 24 pi. All right, so we have an equation here. We just need to solve for r. R is multiplied by 2 times pi. The opposite of times 2 pi is divided by 2 pi. So I'm just going to do that to both sides of the equation. 2 pi divided by 2 pi cancels. Over here, pi divided by pi cancels, and 24 over 2 is just 12. So that equals r. Now, that's not what they asked us. They asked us for the area, so we're going to use that r to find the area. They said in terms of pi, so we're going to leave pi alone. All right, don't plug in 3.14, just keep it as pi. And r squared is going to be 12 squared. Okay, 12 squared, or 12 times 12, is 144. And we still have pi. So that's your final answer, 144 times pi. All right, again, give your answer in terms of pi. So just type 144 pi, and the pi symbol will pop up.